Simply put, this chapter was amazing. It brought tears, tears of joy, tears of happiness, tears of sorrow. The best moment ever for me in any medium. One Piece, chapter 430. A light snow of reminiscence falls. Well, hello, my brothers and sisters of the Nerd Nation. I, as always, am Jim, here to bring you another review on the awesome and heartwarming and, man, I tell you, the only tale that I've ever read or watched, as I do with my family, that can really, truly just move you and make you shed a tear, get choked up, make you smile, make you cry, and sometimes all within the same chapter, you know? And this is one of those. It is absolutely wonderful. And there is certainly some watershed moments, I guess you would say, in One Piece, and in this particular one, this chapter anyway, this definitely is one. So our last chapter, of course, left off with the Going Merry by some miracle was able to make it to Enies lobby, and of course everyone was able to escape. All the Straw Hats were able to escape unharmed, unscathed, and to get out of there. And which is absolutely amazing, because if you think about the amount of manpower and firepower that that the world government had at their hands, and for them still not to be able to catch some, absolutely amazing. The end of the chapter was great. It was Aokiji, and he was just saying that this mission was a complete and utter failure. I mean, they destroyed their own frickin' judicial island for really no reason, because they didn't capture anybody, they didn't catch anybody, whatever. But anyway, that's where the chapter leaves off, or ends off, and the chapter winds up picking up just shortly after their escape. They're back on their way, we assume, towards Water 7, riding on the Going Merry. One of the things that I didn't realize, someone you pointed out in the comments, but I've also, seen obviously now, is that Luffy doesn't realize that Usopp was the Sniper King. And, it's in one way it's kind of comical, but another way it's kind of touching too. It shows you just sort of the simple-mindedness of Luffy, And anyway, he's asking where Usopp is, and Sniper King is saying, "Oh no, well, he went out ahead in a small raft," or whatever, And we've just started into Enies lobby, my family and I, in the actual anime, so I love how they actually use a separate, like, voice actor, voiceover guy for him when he's talking as Sniper King, and it's like the stoic, heroic sort of voice, But anyway, so they're sailing along, and we know that obviously Luffy does not know, of course, that Usopp is Sniper King, and he's told that he was gone out ahead and everything, and Luffy's like, because it's his ship now, he should be with it. So anyway, everybody's singing their praises for the Going Merry and talking about how they heard the voices, and then they're going, well, no, that's crazy, a ship can't talk, and Luffy's trying to explain that it can, and really what it is I think I look at it as it's like the spirit of it, People that have talked about loving their dog so much, for instance, feel like sometimes, or their animal, their pet, have talked about how they feel like sometimes they can just communicate. Sometimes they just say something, or their dog just kind of looks at them a certain way, and they just sort of feel as if they know what they're saying. So that's kind of how I interpreted this ad, is that the Going Merry isn't physically opening up some kind of mouth and talking, because it is. It's an object. It's not. But it's been such a mainstay and such a part of this crew that this is what's taken them on all their travels. This is where they've lived and eaten, slept and fought and whatever, right? I mean, just absolutely marvelous how Ichiro Oda can go and make you care for a freaking inanimate object, man, I tell you. And that is a testament to just wonderful storytelling, wonderful writing, wonderful art direction, everything. But anyway, they wind up coming upon a bigger ship, and it's the Galley-Lock Company, and it's everybody. It's Iceberg, and it's Paulie, and it's all of them, right? And they wind up running into them, and as they kind of go and run into them, the front end of the ship just kind of cracks off and starts falling off. They're like, "No, Merry, no!" And really what this did is this served to give us a quick flashback as to showing us what actually happened. During Aqua Laguna, and after Kaku had actually opened up the little floodgate thing there and dropped it out of Frankie's secret hideout, the Going Merry wound up landing on Scrap Island, right? And it's like it called to Iceberg, and Iceberg wound up seeing it laying there broken and on its side, and wound up helping it get back into the water. And I'm assuming kind of temporarily patch it up or whatever, because it was talking to him and saying, "Listen, I just want to ride one more time. I got one more left in me." And it's like the Merry knew that it was needed just that one last time. And this was such a great arc, because even though it was so long, it started off about the journey, about the Going Merry and getting it fixed, and it ended or it's ending with wrapping up things and having to kind of put the Mary to rest, and it's very sorrowful, but it's like bittersweet. I don't even know how to explain it and describe it in the proper words. That's what people don't understand about getting in front of a camera and doing these things, is that, you know, I just read this chapter over here, and I'm not afraid. I was freaking crying, you know. And I know that when we watch this in the anime, that my whole family is going to be bawling along with me, because we just love and know this ship so well. But so you see through the flashback what happened and how Iceberg obviously, you know, kind of helped it get back on its way and whatnot. And in this storm, in Aqua Laguna, this thing somehow navigated itself and made it to Eni's lobby, and at just the exact right moment that it was needed was there for them, you know. And so anyway, what winds up happening is they know what they got to do. They know they finally got to leave it. And it's funny because Luffy and Usopp, for the big fight they had and everything else, it's so amazing to see how you can fight like cats and dogs but still love and care for each other so much. And it's really a testament to family, because I've had the same type of situation with brothers and sisters where we can just be the best of friends or the worst of enemies. And when Luffy and Usopp were fighting, I mean, it was brutal, right? It was hard to watch. It was hard to read. But to see how much they care for each other, Luffy goes and thinks that Usopp's not there, and he goes, well, it goes, probably better Usopp's not here anyway. He couldn't handle this, you know. And then somebody said, I think Sanji or something said, is that true? And because, of course, Sniper King is Usopp. He's there, and Sniper, he says, no. He says, you know, Luffy's ready. You eventually have to say goodbye, you know, is the general gist of what he was saying. So everybody's finally come full circle and come to terms with it, but then there's just like this 5 or 6 page montage spread as they go and transfer all their stuff or whatever they need to get onto the Galley-Laz ship, and then they go and they set fire to the Going Merry, and you know, and Luffy says something about, you know, that the depths of the ocean floor are dark and cold, but so we're going to be here to see you off, you know. And it's so tearful because you get this 5 or 6 page montage, and it reminds you of everything. I mean, when they first got the ship back after defeating Captain Kuro, you know, and the ship was given to them, the Caravel, and I mean, the first time that Usopp went and fired the cannon, you know, and that's how they wound up finding Yosaku and Johnny, and of course, you know, just its adventures on the Baratie, going to Arlong Park, going you know, up Reverse Mountain, and inside Laboon the whale, you know, just all the other little islands that they stopped at on the Grand Line, Little Garden and Drum Island, and going up to Skypiea, you know, and just and the Kung Fu Jugons or whatever, taking it with Mr. Two and actually going and hiding the thing from the world government when they were looking for him on Alabasta. I mean, this ship has been with them and has been through everything with them, you know, and it's the one mainstay that's been here, you know, since the beginning. And my God, you know, I'm rambling on and on about it, but it's such an epic, such a tearful, such a sorrowful but yet sweet moment to see. And like I said, and I was almost mad at myself for feeling and getting so attached and so emotional to this inanimate object, you know. But the last page, man, just did it for me. The last couple of pages here, they're talking about, well, the Going Merry's kind of communicating with them and says, I'm sorry. I wanted to carry you even farther. I'm sorry. I wanted to have adventures with you forever. But And then we get Luffy, and he's like, we're the ones who should say we're sorry, Merry. I'm no good at steering, so I ran you into icebergs. And I ripped your sails, and Zoro and Sanji are stupid, so they broke all kinds of stuff. Usopp would fix you every time, but he stinks at it. We're the ones who are sorry. And then the Merry says, even so, I was happy. And you just see them as they're watching it and having its goodbye. And then the last page, man, is just what got me, you know. Thank you for caring about me. I was truly happy. Merry. You know, and that just embodies it right there. That just tells you what this is all about, man. That's what this is. This is what this is all about. I mean, you look at that, and just the name itself, the Going Merry, Merry, to be happy, to be joyful, to be full of just life and love and happiness, you know. So good, so tearful. What a way to end the chapter. What a way to end a volume. What a way to end an arc. Holy shit, man, I tell you. This is why I do this. This is why I do this. You know, some people say, oh, and this and that, you know, and through the thick and thin, through the ups and downs, the adversity, whatever it is, I do this because I enjoy it. I enjoy it. It has been such a wonderful treat for my family and I. Almost 300 episodes into a series. We've never done that together before with anything, you know, and just the joy that it brings to me just to read and to watch and just to share. Absolutely wonderful. That's all I have for you, brothers and sisters. My chapter question is, just leave some of your favorite thoughts or favorite moments that the Going Merry had on this adventure since chapter 62 or 64, whatever, for the last 370 chapters that we've seen this. Leave some of your favorite moments from the Going Merry, if you don't mind, in the comments down below. Feel free to hit the thumbs up, the like button if you should think that I deserve it, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. We look forward to catching all of you in the next one, Nation.
As always, thanks for watching, and remember to take a look at my other channels as well.